Want to get rich? Or at least richer? Believe it or not, you don't need to be a slick Wall Street broker to build wealth by investing. Okay, that probably wouldn't hurt, but what you invest in is only part of the equation. And for many, the investment of time could have just as big of an impact. Here's why. There are 3 major inputs that will determine your bottom line when you invest money in the financial markets. They are the amount you invest, the return you earn, and time. To understand why time is so important, let's look at a few different scenarios where $200 per month is invested and earns a hypothetical 8% return per year. The only variable we'll change with each scenario is the amount of time involved. In our first example, let's set time at 10 years. As you can see in the table, $200 a month that is saved into the account equals $2,400 a year and $24,000 total over the 10 years. That's pretty straightforward, right? But here's something interesting. Look at the annual earnings column starting in year 9. What you see is that the total balance has built up so much that the earnings on the account that year are now almost as much as the contributions that year. $2,344 of earnings compared to $2,400 invested. In year 10, the earnings are actually more than what's being put in. Pretty cool, right? This is what's known as compound interest, or compound earnings, and you can see that it takes a while before it really starts to make a significant difference. Now let's see what happens when you have even more time to work with. Say 20 years. This time, let's just focus on how much you'd be adding to the account through investments compared to how much compound earnings would be adding to the account. As you can see, contributions from compound earnings quickly eclipse what you're putting in, reaching almost 4 times as much by year 20. And at 30 years, the difference is even more eye-popping. That year, you'd put in $2,400 again, but earnings on the account would kick an additional $22,911, almost 10 times as much. So, what's the moral of the story? If you want to get rich, or at least richer, it's a lot easier if you give compound earnings more time to work on your behalf. And the only way to do that is to get started sooner rather than later.